Whoever wins this round will be crowned champion.
These competitors are very ferocious, especially FYR Natal.
True, Bane, but give FYR Mike credit. He reset the bracket and had a sick run in top 8.
I see it clearly. He is kicking FYR Natal's ass. Or is he?
Oh my god, here's Ken with his ferocious fire feet. Here he goes.
Nice.
Can Mike defend against this?
I think he can. He still has a lead.
Cow Ken out. Comes in, throws. Oh,
Mike got
slide
this.
underneath.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh my god! I didn't see what happening.
Can't believe who FYR Natal took grand finals. Wait. Is he crying?
I think they both are crying.
What is happening?
I don't know. Is this their normal form of sportsmanship in the FBC?
They both seem to be sobbing. What is going on here? Madness.
But one of them won. He should be stabbing the other.
Tears of joy? I can't comprehend this.
Bane does not like what he sees. Must go and break their backs. Excuse me.
Please, Bane.
Hey guys, this is Natal,
This is Mike.
and welcome to episode 19 of FYR, and here's the Rushdown.
The Rushdown.
So unless you guys have been living under a rock, we had a little tournament just pass us.
Yeah, actually a big tournament called EVO
Yeah,
2013.
the World Championship of Fighting Games. It was a super exciting weekend. We have tons of matches to analyze, lots of things to discuss. Before we get into that, let's talk about the games that were revealed and the new content that was revealed for us.
Yeah, the first one we're actually going to go over is Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, interesting name.
Yeah, guys, so we're getting a new update for Street Fighter. We no longer have to call it Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012.
Thank God.
So you're wondering what comes with the change of the name. We got, 6 more stages?
6 stages, which are actually ripped from Cross Tekken.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Capcom.
Yeah. So, Capcom being cost efficient.
And it makes perfect sense because we were supposed to get 5 new characters, and
Yes.
4 out of the 5 that were announced were also in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
They basically ported over, the leftover characters that weren't in both games. So we're getting Rolento, Elena, Hugo, and Poison.
Yeah, and the 5th character is yet to be revealed, and Ono said that it's a character that's never been in a Street Fighter game.
Yeah, and actually, I think he went even further to say that it's their fighting game debut. So that rules out, people like Hagar or people from rival schools. So it's gonna be really interesting. The rumors, not the rumors, but I think the quotes I've read from Capcom are that it's gonna be someone very integral to Street Fighter, but that was just never a playable character. So that leaves a lot of room for speculation.
Could have been a character that they originally wanted to put in the first Street Fighter or something like that. One character I thought they would be was finally put Asura.
A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people.
That would be epic because they had that one point in Asura's Wrath where, you pretty much met up with Ryu and it was a Street Fighter 4 match.
I have very mixed feelings. I mean, I was, more than anything, I am excited because Street Fighter 4 is still my favorite game overall, and I'm really happy that there's going to be more of it. I honestly, when they first announced the update, I thought it was going to be another free patch where it was going to be strictly balance changes. They are giving us new content, so it makes sense that it's paid, but I'm a little underwhelmed that so much of it is just ripped from Cross Tekken. Ultra Street Fighter 4, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC early next year, I believe.
Early next year, and they said that there are no intentions for an Xbox One or PS4 one as well. So it's just strictly this current gen console. Yeah. And of course, Capcom wasn't the only fighting game company out there to show off a little something. We got to see more of Killer Instinct actually in action.
We finally saw Glacius.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. What'd you think?
At first when I saw I still personally don't like the way the game looks. I think the game looks really weird. It looks like Clay Fighter on steroids. That's just me personally, but I really enjoy the particle effects. But back to Glacius, at first, his new design, I didn't like it at first. I thought it was a little weird. But then it's cool. He's an ice monster. He should be like tall and like icy and like almost look like he's brittle, but he's not. He's gonna totally kick the shit out of you. It's a lot better than how he looked in the original Killer Instinct because him and Cinder kind of looked exactly the same, except Glacius I think had like long like icicles at the bottom of his mouth. And of course, he was like blue and shit. But other than that, there wasn't really much of a difference. So I like the fact that Glacius has his own look.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's what I think. And I'm also really excited that at the end of that trailer, they showed the Tomahawk because that's for Chief Thunder.
I'm excited for Killer Instinct. You know, I don't have as deep a history as the game as you and a lot of people do, but you know, I'm getting Xbox One, so I have no reason not to play it. And you know, they have plenty of time to refine it. I know all weekend San Diego Comic-Con, people are gonna get to play it.
Yes.
So you know, when you got guys like Filthy Rich getting feedback and fine-tuning the game, I think the end product will be really good. Speaking of new things, NetherRealm was on hand.
Yes, they were.
As they promised last week, they showed off the new DLC character for Injustice. It's gonna be the 5th character, which they've never done before. And we kind of knew it was coming. We got teased before, and it's gonna be Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he actually looks pretty epic.
Yeah.
I have to say, like at first I was like, oh yay, Martian Manhunter, cool. But then after the trailer was done, I was like, oh man, he looks badass. And thank you, NetherRealm Studios, for the free Jon Stewart Green Lantern skin. He looks awesome.
It's fantastic.
I am tired of playing with Hal Jordan. I don't like him. So thank you for the Jon Stewart skin. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's really cool, and it's a really ingenious way to get more characters in the game without necessarily developing new builds. And it makes perfect sense. There's plenty of Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Why waste the resources? Just make an awesome new skin. And it's going to be completely voiced. A new dialogue just for Jon Stewart. And I hope this is something they do with a few other characters. Because it definitely applies in other areas. You know, if they want to do a Robin for Nightwing and you know, plenty. I'm sure they could swap out Superman for, you know, any number of characters.
I mean, they could do a Bizarro or something like that. You know, if you don't want to make Bizarro a whole nother slot, just make it a different Superman costume. I'll take that.
Still a lot of potential, lots of great content coming to Justice. We didn't get a release date for Martian Manhunter. I'm predicting that before he comes out, we'll probably get another season pass.
Yes.
Which I'm sure I'm gonna scoop up because I've been very pleased with everything so far. And yeah, he looks cool. He has a great super. He does a little Shang-Tsung, and morphs into you, and then just grows huge and destroys you. Looking forward to Martian Manhunter. While this stuff was exciting, that's, you know, Evo is all about the players, the matches, and the overall tournament experience. So, you know, me and Natal got together, we made a little top 5 list of our favorite Evo moments.
So here you go. Here's the Evo top 5.
Top 5 moments of Evo.
So while most of the finals action Evo takes place on Sunday, there were so many games this year that a few games wrapped up on Friday.
Yeah. And
one of these was Tekken Tag 2, which I was really looking forward to. And I was really surprised with the outcome. Bronson Tran, sponsored by Adark, he came in second. And if you guys don't know him, he's an older Tekken player, has been around for a while. I got to know him through Cross Assault, the Street Fighter Cross Tekken reality show that he was on. And he's a funny guy, you know, older guy, very cynical. He jokes a lot, calls himself washed up, which is why I was shocked to see him come all the way in second.
Wow.
And even though he didn't win, he held his own against 2 Cafe ID players from Korea, Nin and Ni, who have been basically sweeping up every tournament. So, you know, even though Korea has been coming here consistently and dominating us in Tekken, I was still really happy that Bronson just represented for USA and played really strong. And, you know, hopefully this is the start of kind of his resurgence as a Tekken player. So that's our number 5 Evo moment.
So for our number 4 spot goes to a UMVC3 player by the name of Angelic.
Yes.
I have been playing with this guy, Shuma Garoff, in UMVC3 for quite some time, and I've never seen anyone play with Shuma the way Angelic played with Shuma. Shout out to you. I really thought you were going to go really far, and you did. You placed 3rd.
That's huge.
You know, the match you had with Justin Wong was incredible. I mean, you were in winners finals, and then you had to finish it off in losers finals, and, you know, Jay Wong beat you and whatnot, but you guys out there just letting you know that Mystic Ray is really nasty assist, so I would definitely put him on your team.
Yep. See, you were putting Schumer on the map before it was even cool.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing with him, so it didn't really matter. But it's good to have someone like Angelic, so I could be like, yeah, I told you Schumer was good. Yep. But, you know, I never backed up my own words, but at least now someone can back it up and show me how it's done.
So coming in at 3rd, appropriately, is Chris G's 3rd place finish in Injustice.
Yep.
You know, I've always loved watching Chris G play Injustice because, you know, it proves that he's just such a multi-game master. He's not, you know, just a Marvel AE player. He's taken this new game, mastered it, won UFGT, I think it was.
Yeah, UFGT9, and I believe he won CEO as
I'm pretty sure he did win CEO. So he's been dominating mostly with Green Arrow.
Yes.
Which is the best part.
Yes.
But there was that one moment, I think it was that comeback against the guy that won Mortal Kombat, Crazy DJT.
Yes, DJT88, I believe his name is.
Yeah, and he was playing as Black Adam, and DJT was Superman, and he just landed the most clutch dive kick, and I just remember, and Christie's not usually much of like a jump up and pop off guy, I just remember him jumping up after that moment. It was really sick. And that brings us to our number 2 moment.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 4 has been the main event in EVO for basically since it came out, you know, and for good reason. I mean, Street Fighter is just the longest running competitive fighting game.
It's a gentleman's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel brings the hype, you know, Street Fighter brings its own special kind of hype,
Yes.
a little more intelligent hype. So as always, it was a great top 8, you know, great commentary by Seth and James Chen. Our number 2 EVO moment was just Mad Catz John just taking the whole thing and the way he did it with Gen.
Yeah.
Just the fact that, you know, a player as talented as him was able to win a tournament with Gen, such a underused character, just shows how much life is left in this game, even before the updates coming out.
Yeah.
It just got me excited about Street Fighter again. I've been playing Street Fighter 4 again, mostly because of Evo. Yeah, it's awesome. John's just a great player. There's so many clutch moments, little moments of footsies, you know, where there was one time when he was playing against Tokido in Grand Finals, and, you know, Tokido was just heavily relying on the air fireballs, and he just knew exactly when Tokido was going to land, and before the fireball hit him, he just landed a little poke to kill Akuma. So it was those little smart moments, and that just made Evo for me. It was Xian winning, because I want him to win from the start. So just like last year, a super international affair.
Yeah.
Props to PR Balrog, at least we had some US representation. I wish Dominion was in there, but it was just so tough this year. I don't even know who took him out. I already can't wait for more Street Fighter 4 and can't wait for Evo next year.
Yeah, and you guys are probably wondering what's our number 1 moment? Our number 1 moment actually is Justin Wong's complete UMVC3 performance, that whole tournament. Justin Wong sent the EVO 2012 champion, Filipino champ, to losers in UMVC3, which was pretty epic. And I thought his number was up during that Chris G match in the losers bracket, and he was down 2-0 and then came back and won the 3 and then was just full steam ahead and blew all the way back to the grand finals, even reset the bracket to grand finals.
Yes, that grand finals match, Justin Wong versus Flocker, probably my favorite Marvel match ever.
Yeah.
And I think it was the specific moment, the match that eventually got him to reset the bracket. He did that Akuma overhead when Hawkeye was incoming, and I call that the overhead heard around the world, because the room just went insane. Even though Flocker did eventually win because he's just got a great 0, and it's just really hard to do anything against. Justin Wong, I think, is like the undisputed MVP of that Marvel top 8. So many gutsy performances.
Yeah.
It's so great because he's been doing that with Akuma since Vanilla Marvel 3. He's been having these crazy Akuma comebacks, and he's probably the most loyal character specialist, you know, using Storm, Wolverine, Akuma, not even that top tier of a team.
Yeah.
And just sticking with his guns and just absolutely dominating. You know, definitely one of the best players, period. Yeah. And I hope this is just the start of a big year of Marvel for Justin. And, you know, it's worth mentioning, he took second in Marvel. He also took second across Tekken against Infiltration. So still had a great Evo showing.
Yeah, he did.
Probably took home some decent money. And I'm sure he's hungry to just dominate the rest of the year. Hopefully comes to Summer Jam, beats up on us for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think big things are ahead for Justin. He definitely looks back in form. And he is, without his run in Marvel, is without a doubt our number 1 Evo moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we leave you guys off, after we delivered our Evo moments, we decided to reach out to our friends on Facebook and see what their Evo moments were.
Yeah, why not?
So our first one comes from my boy Kenneth Tate, aka Jug, representing Team FYR. His Evo moment was, I like how I thought Infiltration would win it again. What you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, you see Infiltration top 8, you think it's over, and then you get something totally different.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
You know, shout out to that top 8 once again.
So the next great Evo moment comes from our boy John at MashFest.
Of course.
And he had 3 top matches, and the 3 top matches he had were Rog versus Infiltration, Rog versus Tokido, and Justin Wong versus Chris G, which most likely is a UMVC3.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and like those are matches that we just talked about, especially Rog versus Infiltration. I mean, sending the world champ to losers. Doesn't get any better than that. And of course, we'll end it off with our good friend Tom, aka Panda Banana. And his Evo moment was just all of King of Fighters 13.
It's a great Evo moment. KOF 13 was hyped too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I missed the majority of KOF. I did rewatch the grand finals. Shout outs to Reynold for taking it all, bringing it home. But yeah, it's KOF. I don't think it'll ever die. You know, it's not the biggest fighting game, but it has such a history behind it.
That game is hard. And the way those people play, like, piss me off because I wish I could play like that. That game's hard.
They make these incredibly complex combos look like easy Marvel combos.
They look so simple, and I know it's not simple. I've been playing KOF since '94. Like, that ain't simple. So, yeah, I have to agree with Panda Banana. Like, the KOF finals, like, just KOF in general was pretty epic.
It was very hype. It's one of the most beautiful games out, and it's just so technical, so fun to watch. So, shout out to the whole KOF community for bringing the hype to EVO. Hopefully they're back for a third year in a row next year.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. Hopefully, you know, Smash comes back as well.
Yes.
A lot, you know, had a great showing, and Nintendo released the clutches of their stupidity and allowed them to stream it. So thank you, Nintendo, for listening to us, because we obviously have better PR than you, and we don't even own a company. So
Yeah.
thanks for listening out to us. We buy your games.
Oh yeah, I think this weekend definitely probably convinced more than a few people to get a Wii U, get the new Smash, or you know, do what you gotta do. But yeah, shout outs to every community. You guys all showed up huge. This is definitely probably my favorite EVO ever. I'm probably gonna say that every year, but they get bigger and better. So how can I not? And yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, the only other great show I know that's out there is ours, and this one's pretty much come to a close.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. Of course, as this is the EVO special, definitely let us know what your personal favorite EVO moments were. You know, your favorite fights, your favorite reveals. There's a lot to talk about. We could go on and on. So definitely hit us up.
And until then, I'm Natal.
And I'm Mike.
And remember, guys,
Keep winning.
keep winning.